What's up, everybody? Let me start explaining to you some of the things that are going to be happening in the future of this channel. First of all, it's not going to be the same as what it was. Just plain and simple, the videos I was making took me hours and hours to make for very low quality videos, honestly. So I'm going to just scrap kind of the series that we were going through, but to kind of counter that, I'm also bringing in a brand new series where we'll actually be using these guys a lot. Probably the most exciting part is that I won't be actually doing this here on YouTube. I'll actually be starting my own Twitch stream. And as far as I know, that would make me the only Twitch streamer that does parkour. Now, I don't know that for sure, but from the research I've done, I haven't seen anybody else do it. Now, granted, I know there are podcasts, I know there are kind of these talk shows, and some of those are on Twitch as well, but none of the authentic parkour that we all know and love is really on Twitch at all. So that brings up the question, why would I go to Twitch? I'm not a big parkour athlete, I'm not famous, I barely am mediocre with some of the moves that I know. And for me, what it is that I just want to bring parkour to the muggles.
Now, I use that word, but I don't really explain it. The short version is that muggle is a parkour term for anybody who watches or enjoys parkour but doesn't actively practice themselves.
And I think the best way to do that is to give the muggles some kind of community that they can be a part of even if they don't do parkour. I remember back when I was still a muggle that a lot of the moves I wanted to do were just not possible for me, but I would still go to the gym and I'd still hang out with the people, and that was more fun than maybe learning some of the moves. And now that I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years, I have a lot more moves in my arsenal, and I can actually call myself a parkour athlete. And a huge part of the parkour community is the community. People that go out into these spots and train parkour, go out to the parks or go out to the gyms in their area, those communities are really what makes parkour as great as it is. And again, there's a lot of great communities already on YouTube, but they're not really interactive. They're primarily just these big athletes doing what they do best, and you kind of just are along for the ride. Whereas what I would like to do on Twitch is actually bring you guys in, take your suggestions in real time, and kind of just hang out with you guys. So let me explain the first way that I'm going to do that. I have a bunch of numbers here on these boxes, and I'm just going to randomly generate a sequence of numbers, and then these boxes are going to be placed in that sequence. So let me give you an example. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. The random sequence that I generated was 245163. Now, with the combinations that I've calculated, and by that I mean I just asked Google, there are 640 different variations of this pattern. That'll take me years to go through with the schedule that I've planned, so there's definitely going to be no shortage of unique and fun combinations for us to go through. Now, obviously, the only downside with this is that there are going to be a lot of kind of frequent challenges like stride everything, plyo everything, precision everything. So we're actually just going to get rid of those in the first day of the week on Monday. And then on Wednesday, after you guys have had some time to look at it, that's when I'll start actively taking your suggestions and seeing what combinations you guys can come up with that I can't think of on my own. So there's just a couple of examples of what I mean. Now, I could sit here and go into all the endless possibilities that this would have, but truthfully, I think the best way for you to experience that is to just join us over on Twitch. Now, the hard part about this is the schedule. If you guys are in Colorado like me, I'm going to be starting at 6 a.m. And the reason I'm doing it like that is because I have to. With what I got at work, there's really no other time for me to stream, because if I stream after I get home, it's either already dark or I'll only have an hour or two before it does get dark. But as some sort of incentive to bring you guys on, I will be getting warmed up every single day. I'll be doing yoga, stretches, pretty basic routines. So maybe, if nothing else, you guys can get your morning started with me. And if you guys want to know the day we're starting, it's going to be January 4th, kind of around that New Year time. So if you're looking for a new community this year, or you want to just support your parkour community in a new way, I'd really appreciate it if you guys put me down as your New Year resolution. Either way, that's a pretty concise rundown of what the future of this channel is going to look like. And if you guys want to just watch on YouTube, I will be uploading everything here as well. But to truly get the full experience, I would again just highly recommend you join us on Twitch. Everything's going to be in the description. But again, that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you later.